Appalachian communities have been romanticized and they've been vilified.
Where we live is in the southeast Kentucky coal fields in Harlan County, Kentucky. A lot of the economy and the culture of the place where we live has been defined by coal mining since the beginning of the 20th century.
I think our lack of options are some of our biggest challenges right now, economic options.
I'd say real unemployment in our community is probably 30-40%. In 2001, we had just really seen OxyContin and other prescription painkillers become widely abused. I'd say to my classes, I want you to raise your hand if somebody in your house or somebody in your immediate family is dealing with addiction right now, and every single person would raise their hand.
We live in a place where they do a hard, dangerous, dirty job, and people get hurt.
When that happens, there's a lot of pain medicine floating around in the community.
There are people that are, that don't have jobs, and sometimes the pain pills cause the people that are getting them to become addicts.
When there are economic hard times, when people are getting prescriptions for medicines that have street value, the pressure to sell your prescription on the street is increased. One of the ways that traditionally communities have solved their problems is that they had a lot of public space. We wanted to create a project where people were just with each other, doing something that they understood as positive. And Higher Ground is a community drama performance program.
When we started this project, our initial goal was to look at the problem of prescription drug abuse. That's what's been the motivation and the subject of the last 2 plays. And we are thinking very strongly right now about moving into the issue of mountaintop removal.
A high percentage of mining in America today is done by strip mining, and what happens there is the surface of the land is removed to expose the coal seams, and then the coal seams are taken out that way. And the way the land is removed is through explosives.
When they're doing mountaintop removal, of course they have to do a lot of dynamite, and it can damage your house, and of course it's definitely shaking the houses.
A 3-year-old boy was in his house, and a big boulder rolled down off the mountain into that house and killed that boy, all because of mountaintop removal.
It doesn't really employ as many people as underground mining. It is much more dangerous to the surface water. I think that at the same time as the coal companies are getting more and more coal in a cheaper and cheaper way, that we are not benefiting from that. With all the coal that's coming out of Harlan County, we're still one of the poorest counties.
They don't even live here. They coming in here, they work here, and then they go back to their home, but they destroying the people already that's living here, They come in and tear their mountains up and they gone, and that's what these big companies do. They don't care nothing about these mountains or nothing. They just care about getting that coal and getting out of here.
But that's a shame that
Yeah, they destroying that. I try to get them guys to realize they start thinking we trying to stop them from mining coal.
No.
I said, there's a way to mine coal. We went underground and got it.
Right.
They can do the same.
They do the same. The only reason they know what they can do here when they strip that off, it just takes 5-6 men.
Yeah.
That way they can just destroy all that.
Get that quick money and they gone.
Yeah.
We don't have mineral rights to property here, so that means that your house that you own is your house. But after that, if coal is found under your house, they have a right to tear it down.
There are people that are for mountaintop removal. There are people that are anti-mountaintop removal. It's dividing everybody in our community because, yes, we need coal to keep the lights on. Yes, we need coal for jobs. It is probably one of the major challenges, and yet it is one of the most important challenges because our mountains feed our spirit. Our mountains are where we come from. Our mountains have sheltered us and they have taken care of us. Where do you draw this line? How do you say, okay, my children have to have food and clothes and a job, and that mountain is basically standing there waiting? So, do you take that mountain or not?